you, Ben, for the intro, and thank you for having me today. So as you briefly explained, Wecan Group is a blockchain venture builder based in Geneva, Switzerland. And yes, we focus on solutions mainly for B2B purposes. And connecting with what Frederick said and Carlos said, we see that the share of digital in our lives has been growing dramatically, and now has reached a point where people realize how security of their data is somehow a topic or an issue. I pretty much think that before that there was a lot of enthusiasm and discovery of all these digital services, and now, and especially in the last few months with the current situation, people have this realization that it is becoming a very large part of their life that is being transacted or happening on digitally. So and while this concept of trust is very well understood when it comes to brands for products, that's common in people's life. Like, you buy a product of this brand because there is some trust attached and in that brand, and that might be like one of the main reasons people buy this brand. While on digital, this concept of trust was still a little bit blurry, maybe because people were still discovering and were still very enthusiastic, and they weren't, I don't know, that wasn't top of their mind. Yeah, for sure. And also, yes, there was probably a lack of choice. Like, you could say, like, I trust Google, but what were my alternatives for Google, as an example? So now we see this concept of trust is becoming much more top of mind for people, and so it was already for companies, like Carlos said, but we see this is becoming increasingly a topic that why people come and reach out to us. So if I take a couple of examples, so we've seen in the last 3-4 months 2 types of companies coming to us, and you basically have one type of company that is very well advanced in their digital transformation. They know exactly what they're doing, and they've been on this journey for 20 years or so, and they realize now that new opportunities in terms of infrastructure, like decentralized infrastructure, is allowing them new opportunities to remove some risk, and also allowing them to better manage their data. So basically being able to be more in control of your data. It goes one step further than just only being able to secure your data. So we see that it is becoming like one of the use cases. So that's one type of company. So you're very savvy, and now not only you want to secure your data, but you want to be more in control. The other use case we see are companies that are less advanced in their digital journey, and all of a sudden, maybe these new technologies and everything that has been happening, like both things happening at the same time, makes them realize that there is something that can be done today. For instance, having a decentralized architecture allows you to put several companies and their partners on the same network, where maybe in the past they would not have been comfortable sitting on a digital network, because now that can be done in an extremely safe way. So for example, we are launching a solution in Switzerland for banks and asset managers. And as you can imagine, like, they're dealing, it's a very sensitive topic, and some of them have been watching very closely digital transformation, but they haven't been moving as fast as other sectors like FMCG, for instance. Now they understand that this is a new opportunity. Decentralized architecture brings these opportunities, and having all of this data encrypted on a secure network offers them it creates a momentum for them to digitalize some of their workflows. So for instance, for banks and asset manager, we are helping them digitalize their compliance workflows in a very safe way. So if it can be a little bit specific, you need to understand finance, but some of these asset managers deal with 20 banks. And right now, when they have an update in their the way they do business or in the company, they have to update 20 different banks, and they have to do that. And they do that maybe via email, sometimes can be via paper or a mix of both. And so you've got like information floating on different places. And if you replace that and put all of that in a secure network, that's not only adding convenience, but also it adds this like layer of trust, and this allows like better security. So this is, in a nutshell, this is our conviction today that we're moving, it's not moving. This trend of digital convenience is clearly still there, but more and more on top of digital convenience, people will want to see more trust, and decentralized technologies and technologies like blockchain are extremely relevant in that context.